Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to my Drakken tutorial slash playthrough. It is a beautiful Saturday morning in real life for me. Rain is falling down from the sky and it's beautiful and I love it. I love rain so much you don't even know. I mean, you do now, but seriously, rain is the best. It's my favorite type of day when it rains, unless it snows, in which case I'm even happier. But it rains instead. It's okay still, I'm fine with that. Anyway, it might rain in real life, but in game it's certainly snowing heavily, and there are a number of things I need to do. Firstly, let us try to obtain a quest from the good old pals Hurnas. What do you offer me for doing stuff? Pacification for 30 dye and 30 blood crystal. Those guys are apparently unhappy. I'm about to make them even unhappier because they are clearly out of their mind, and I will not take it kindly when people joke around next to my giant military. Which is not really that giant, but still, they get the point now, I'm sure. Meanwhile, I have thought off camera where I should put this guy, the sealer that is, and I have decided that this spot right here is certainly the best. Why? Well, that's very simple. In summer days, it gives me a total of 6 industry, and I don't remember how much now, but a certain amount of, not 6 industry, 6 food and a certain amount of industry, which is overall better than most other locations around here. It's kind of a jack of all trades location, really bad, but this whole region is kind of bad, so I'm liking it the most, and I'll settle right over there. Try to remember to grab the ruins while I'm at it as well, but I wouldn't trust myself with that, I'll be honest. Now, in the meantime, there is a mistake I made in the last video that somebody pointed out in the comments, and I need to clarify it right now and apologize for making it, but nobody is perfect, and I certainly am not as well. So, let's get right on with it. You see this Wild Walker's hero right over here? Yeah, he is the source of my mistake. What I did wrong is I treated him like a cultist hero. Now, a cultist hero, if I am to go back... Oh, he isn't leveled up. Easy. Apply. The cultist hero, as you obviously are aware, benefits large cities a ton because of his ability of Impassioned Preacher, as well as several percentage bonuses to your town that you can apply. In general, he is great for his job, and yeah, he's amazing for those big sprawling cities in your empire. But Water's hero is like an opposite. He's really good at benefiting the small cities, especially if he happens to have food boost and industry boost, which offer you very small bonuses that are still very significant to your newly starting cities. Again, pair this up with things like natural resources, and you got yourself somebody who can make your small cities grow to be really big really fast. Now, what I did wrong is I treated this Wild Walker's hero like I would treat a cultist hero, which is an unforgivable mistake. So, what I'm going to do, thankfully he does have function insomniac, so I can reassign him already. The only question is, do I reassign him to this city, or do I reassign him to Entmes? For the time being, I'll reassign him to Entmes, reason being because it will still be a while before I settle my new city, but once I settle my new city, I'll reassign this hero again to this new city. Why? Because Entmes is doing okay more or less. It is a good city already. I mean, not really good, but it can hold its own, and it is not a nuisance to my economy, not really. Meanwhile, this city in the Hurnas region, unless I help it out a lot with a governor, it will be hindering my economy for a very long time. I do not want this to be a case, so I'll put in a hero over here and develop the city for as long as it is necessary for it not to be a pain in the A for me. So that is what is going to happen. Also, I think I need public library more than right of way in this city. So there is that done. Now, another thing before I can finish the stand is the fact that I have gained access to the Ancients recently. They are very intimidating looking fellas that are nonetheless not that useful. So what I'm going to do is I'll give him the Mega Wand, because Mega Wand actually gives him some fighting ability. As you can see, for his cost, the stats of the Ancient are ridiculously pathetic. He's got good initiative. Congratulations! I am so proud of you. Except I'm not. His damage, attack, defense, and life are all pathetic when you consider his cost. But you get him for Shared Wisdom, like I said at the start of the series. You want 1 in each of your armies. Maybe a bit less, but you probably want 1. With the Mega Wand, however, I can apply Unsteady, which is a huge benefit when fighting those extremely overpowered AI armies, because minus 30% of Infinity is a very big amount of damage attack reduced for the enemy. So I certainly do want to keep this guy in my army, and with the Mega Wand he will actually be semi-useful. Not very, but Shed Wisdom is why I want him. I will not, however, give him any defensive tools. First of all, they are not that good, they only give him a bit of more life and defense, and frankly I could care less. I'd rather make more of those guys than make them more survivable, because they're just not worth the upgrades, they really are not. So let's apply the change and start working those bastards in Consigliere. I'll make 2 of them right away as well. Meanwhile, I'll try to make Consigliere grow a population a bit faster than it is right now. It is a bit difficult because it is winter, but if I can get more pop in 3 turns, that would be lovely. And yeah, I'll put it like this. Right now it's gonna take me forever to get a second ancient out, but I really do want to grow more pop so I can get more battle streets so I can make this city even awesomer. That would be indeed beautiful. So there is that done, and I can now officially end the turn and take a sip of water, so give me a second. I drank it all, I'm sorry. This will be a problem. But then again, I can't make this video too long already because I kinda slept really long today, so this video will probably be very late as well. I'm sorry, you can expect this to happen on every weekend. I will upload videos, but I will not upload them early, I'm sorry. It's a hobby of mine. I do not treat YouTubing as a job, at least not yet. I have no grounds to do this, so... It's because of this, I'm sorry, you have to deal with me sometimes uploading videos a bit late and sometimes a bit irregularly. I'm sorry. So, there's that done. With this turn, moving my troops around. When it comes to cities, I have nothing to do in honesty. I just need to keep an eye out on any incoming danger, but Wild Walkers are steady and other majors are also not threatening at this point in time either, so that's good. Now there is something I probably should talk about. Like, in the comments below the last video I left a note saying what are my current ideas, thoughts and reservations about declaring war on other majors versus continuing war against Wild Walkers. So here's the deal with Wild Walkers. Off camera I checked, they currently signed a truce with the voters, which is a bad thing because right now they can just continue growing while the voters will continue diminishing, but at a slower rate. Thing is though, if I attack Wild Walkers and somehow, let's assume that I'm successful, but think about it. You know, the only way for me to attack the Wild Walkers is to go through here, here, or here if I want to take a very long route. But those are fairly new cities that don't even have a lot of things inside of them. Conquering them accomplishes me very little except lowering my empire approval. Meanwhile, the good cities that the Wild Walkers have, the ones I want to capture, are all the way back in the middle of the empire, far away from me, protected by enemy cities and armies alike. Getting in there and capturing anything would be a nightmare and very difficult. Well, what I could do is just capture those cities and call it a day. But like I said, it's a small reward for a fairly big amount of effort and a slow, steady grind. I could do it, but I have an alternative. The alternative is to attack the other majors instead. Now, the reservation is very simple. Other majors, unlike Wild Walkers, have a much scarier army. Wild Walkers right now, from what I've seen, rely on Tenai Walkers and Rumblers. Very bad army composition that I can abuse and hopefully maybe even win some battles, even when those are big battles, if I have Hurners in my armies. Other majors, however, I expect them to have good army composition, and in general, other majors' armies are always intimidating. Additionally, when you zoom out, you can see that their biggest cities are right on my border and all around my border. That is my fault, of course, but it means that if they want to assault me, they can attack and threaten Consigliere, Capo and Underboss all at the same time, and no matter what I do, I cannot protect them all. I will lose at least one, maybe even two of those cities in the enemy counterattack if I made a single mistake. It's a really high stakes game if I were to declare war on the other majors. But the benefit of this is the fact that I can blitzkrieg them. Why? Well, just look at the distance between Underboss and Capo and the capital. We're right next to each other. I can get in there extremely quickly in on a single turn, start besieging the city and maybe even take it over instantly if I feel brave enough. I could do it, take the enemy city over before the enemy knows what hit them, force the truce and have a free city before the enemy can even retaliate. It's a huge benefit because this is a very well developed city, it would benefit my economy a ton, and it would make other majors even more susceptible for blitzkrieg later down the line. It's great. One huge risk though. The enemy, because other majors are at peace with everybody right now, it is very likely that they have a big garrison in this city right now. So taking it over instantly is not only impossible and will require a siege. By the time I'm done with the siege, the enemy might reinforce his capital with other units from other cities. It is a very high risk and high reward scenario. And I, for one, prefer high risk, high reward over mediocre risk and mediocre reward. So I will go ahead and prepare to attack the other majors. For that, however, I need the Hurnas, and I cannot start working on the Hurnas until I'm done settling the city. So let's resume to my turn. I know it was a bit of talking, but I think that sometimes talking is important. Vendors of Koruk. Oh, that's actually kind of nice, I have to say. I haven't seen this item in a long time, and I don't remember what kind of a scepter is. I mean, what kind of a weapon a scepter is. Let's have a quick check. I think I can maybe equip it with this hero. Weapons, no. Indeed I cannot, that is a shame. Wait a second. It's not on this, yeah, missing resource. There we go. No, I can equip it, yes! Oh, this, that is lovely. I'm gonna get me Deity the Pallida for the marketplace at the nearest possible opportunity. Because this... I'm happy like a child, look at this! Okay, I'm sorry. I really am, but this is just beautiful. This is a weapon of mass destruction I was waiting for. Other majors are coming for you with an unkillable army, because this hero will heal my armies like there is no tomorrow. It will be beautiful. Speaking of heroes, however, I just remembered I forgot to do something very, very important. And I encourage you not to be as forgetful as I always am. Memory is one of my biggest problems. Not strategy, but memory. So what I needed to do was to do something, let's turn off missing resource, was to apply this book. Because I now actually have the adamantine to do it, and it's a very, very useful book to have. So let's apply it. There we go, that's 11 of my adamantine gold. Let's get rid of the other 11. Like so, but again, having the ability to get extra industry from population in a city is ridiculously good. So let's reassign a bit of my pop. Not a lot, just make sure that I grow in the next turn, and then I'll resume working on Barrow Streets as usual. Also, what about the Ulogic Nursery? Yeah, I don't have the Grand Steel yet. I am gaining a 4 per 10. I could buy out some, but honestly, Ulogic Nursery is so bad, I don't really want to spend dust on buying it out. So I'd rather not. Ooh, thank you game, much appreciated. Godfather has no construction selected. What the F do I want here? Well, I really want, again, to get my Barrow Street right here, so... let's work on food as much as I can and grow pop in 5 turns. Grow pop in 4 turns, that is kind of ridiculous. I can increase it even further, but this would lower my influence gain, and yeah, that is not worth it. I could make a switch like this, which I'll probably do, because right now I need to make some Drakkenings in here. Oh wow, that is kind of painful. Or actually, I'll make 2 ancients in Conciliar and I'll make 1 ancient in Godfather. I think that's not the worst idea ever. I'm not only gaining 170 influence per 10, but that still should be enough to go for whatever I please when it's time to set my empire plan. I'll think about it again once the winter is over, depending on how well my economy is or is not. Oh, wow! That was a really quick winter, and I'm really happy as a result. That's beautiful. Oh man, look at my dust income now, it's great. Anyway, Tribal Council is done. I can now pacify the Hurnas, which I'll do soon enough. In fact, I'll do it right on this turn. So let's settle right on this town, like I promised I would. And how much will it cost me to pacify the Hurnas? It will cost me 145 influence. That is still acceptable. So let's go ahead and do that. Hurnas are pacified. I have all 3 of my factions pacified already. And I don't think I'll ever exchange them. I really like this combination. Extra health regen, extra attack, and access to Hurl. That's really useful. And also this insane amount of influence I'm gaining. Now I'm gaining 105 influence per turn. I still have 4 turns until it's time for the Empire plan. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I did settle a new city. That's something I kind of forgot. So let's have a quick look. I need at least 1600. Right. At least 1600, preferably 2000 influence. This will be a bit of a tough one, but not necessarily impossible. So University, continue working on food as much as you can because you're very useful when working, very potent when working on food. So let's do it like this. Not food, I was meaning to say influence, that's what I was trying to say. And I might even reassign you, yeah, I'll reassign this pops over here to influence as well. So 130 influence per turn, still not as amazing as I would hope, but it's a benefit. Consigliere will also do it because it also has a Cultist here who benefits my influence production. Also, I don't need to work on the food anymore. I've got 10 population. This is what I like to call it soft cap. You can go for more, but it's no longer necessary to really focus on that. After you get to 10 population, it's gonna be really tough to keep gaining more pop. As you can see, I can do it, but right now it's just more worth it to work on other things. And because I really need the influence, let's work on the influence. Maybe not with all this population, because I do need to work on my armies a bit. And I also need my borough streets, so let's do it like this. Make sure I level up a little, and I will continue working on Ancient for the time being. I might increase the speed of production like this, maybe a bit more. No, let's leave it like so. So I'm gaining 184 influence per turn. Nice amount of influence, should leave me plenty of influence saved up for any Empire plan I choose. And maybe making some actions as well. I'd love to have some dials actually to be on the safe side, because you never know when you need to, you know, do some diplomacy with this influence. You need to have as much as possible. Yeah, I think I'll use some of my other cities to work on influence as well. What is a city that doesn't have a lot of production anyway? Capo has a lot, so it will continue working on units, but yeah, other cities are working on important stuff. Godfather actually has barely any industry. Oh yeah, that's because I'm working influence there already. Underboss is, yeah, it needs to work on what it's working on right now. I think Capo actually will cool down a bit. You can continue working on Drakken links. Oh wow, that's refinery. That's lovely. I kind of want it. I really do, in fact. Then again, I kind of want to save for the Ulogic Nursery so I can proceed with the faction quest. Yeah, let's save up the glass tier for the time being. I have a lot of dust anyway. But Yuri says, oh, 2 influence is so bad. Let's do it though, I kinda, yeah. And continue working on Drakken links, I guess. And more to influence, ouch, this is so bad. More into influence? Yeah, I do need to be gaining as much influence per turn as possible, and that is something, I guess. Even more? No, let's not overdo it. I just want to make absolutely sure that I'm in the safe territory. Now, I did see some Iraqis that I still need to kill. They are over there. Let's go ahead and hunt them down and kill them ruthlessly, because they need to be dead. Now, UDSA, please get the Wild Walkers here like so, and start growing as quickly as you possibly can. I like this. And it should be more or less okay. And no, don't walk on dust. Are you crazy? Walk on food is not good either. Ouch. Walk on industry then, I guess. Glass steel would be nice, but it's not a critical choice. And I think I'll buy out Mill Foundry. It's expensive, I know, but it's also kind of useful. Actually, sewer system might be more important. Just to increase my empire approval. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the sewer system. Antmess is working just fine on its stuff, so that's good. Let's get apprenticeship registry and empowerment, actually in the reverse order, I think. Like this, and make sure I grow that pop in 110, and that's that done. And research wise, what do I want is the question. Well, let's think about it for a second. I do have access to Moonleaf. Moonleaf sells nicely, and I can also use it perhaps. I do want to have Adamantian shields though. I really do. I kind of want to have more Adamantian as well in general, but that is another thing entirely. Gaining access to more influence production is nice, but I already have some problems with Adamantian and Palladian, so I don't know. Like I said, who research just to benefit one, maybe 2 cities? I'm not too keen on that. I want to have agricultural science, it's really useful, but glass steel I need for a lot of things. I need it for Ulogic Nursery, I need to finish making dust refineries. I have more pressing concerns that require glass steel. Alchemy Workshop is tempting. What is more tempting, however, is... let's think about it for a second. I do have a lot of rivers. That's only 200 industry, but a fair amount of titanium as well, and not a lot of science gain in the end. This thing is better, I think. Statistical methods. Let's go ahead and start working on that. I do need some science. Like I said, I'm not focusing on science, but at least not being terribly, horribly behind is still kind of important. So there is that done. Let's go ahead and end the video. Not video, sorry. You were probably scared there, weren't you? Video this shot? Ah, that would be a blasphemy. No, just end the turn. Seller over here. Well, yeah, sort of in this region if you want to. I don't really care about it. And this makes one worker surrounded, which I'm completely and entirely fine with. So go ahead and do it. Yeah, they can even sit over here. I don't care. Those regions are both banned by my books and standards, so it's okay. This guy needs to die though, so let's go ahead and try to kill him because I don't trust him. He will besiege one of my cities when I least expect it, so that would be bad. You, please level up. I do want to gain more terrain, more industry from terrain with forest. And I am also going to give you your book, because you need to learn to read. No, it's just a really useful equipment, it's really beneficial, obviously. So there's that done. In 3 turns, new empire plans. So far so okay, I've got almost 1200. I need more influence gain, I really do. How do I do this? I need a lot, in fact. Alright, I think it's time for the drastic measures, so... Ouch. Which cities do I designate to make me more influence? Underboss? Yeah, you know what? I need to have an army, but Underboss, like seriously, I need this influence so badly. It's hard to explain how badly I need it, so I'll just tell you to do that. And I can actually make Ulogic Nursery. I'll make it in Consigliere. I think it's more important to have it over there, like so, bam. Only after Borough Streets is done, however, like this. So Underboss, you're working nicely on that. Work a bit more on food if you can as well. More food in 2 turns, that's what I like to see. And you work on influence as well. 213 influence gain per 10, that's good. You are growing nicely. I could probably move some pop. No, I cannot. Scratch that. Anything else? Any other cities I could possibly exploit for influence? Well, not really by much. Capo even is not a good candidate. Cat? Maybe Cat. She is doing just fine. 1 pop left on food, the rest go over to influence gain. Yeah, as you can see, I'm really paranoid about gaining my influence, but I want to go for more than just 1600 Empire Plan. I want to, if possible, gain to approval bonus as well. This would be tough, however. Really, really tough. Let's start working on new borough streets though, I guess. Right over here. Yeah, that seems nice enough. And this will end this turn, I believe. Yep, Consigliere in 3 turns, so it will be a while before it gives me more benefit with the borough streets, unfortunately. Can I speed this up slightly? No, it's not worth it. I need to work on this influence as much as I possibly can. You do, sir? Yes, same thing really applies. So let's end the turn. We will see, maybe I'll do fine, however, I'm really worried about what will happen once my approval bonus is gone, because it will probably be gone. I haven't checked how much it costs to have both my approval bonus and the extra life on units, but it will probably be a lot. So there's that done. Yudio says, please die. I hope I will not use any units. Use? I hope I will not lose any units. I have no idea what I just said before that. I didn't, so that's good. Those ruins are too far. I need to start moving this army up to the border with the other mages, because I need to start thinking about the assault now. I will spend so much influence on gaining extra life on my units. I will need to strike, I really will. So you, please, the army, move out to Capo and start preparing an assault over there. Some of those Drakkenlings I'm going to move to another city so I have more room and I can safely put my units in the city territory, so that I don't waste too much dust maintaining them. And the Godfather... Yeah, I forgot about Orcs. That's a really important thing I need to have if I want to attack. I still have 2 more turns though, so maybe I'll be able to make enough of them. So let's have a quick look. Right, obviously I probably want to have my bow, because let's have a quick look. Bow gives me Flank Slayer, which I don't really care about, although it's good against the enemy Anqua Wings, I guess. 24 attack and 15 damage, as opposed to more attack, less damage, and a bit more initiative. It also gives me point blank power, which I don't really care about all that much, in all honesty. Attack I don't need. Other mages units are powerful, but they don't have all that much defense most of the time. So I care about the extra damage right now, because their damage is, as you can see, not exactly ideal. And now I'm also going to give you guys, let's see, more initiative. Well, that's kind of important. So you're gonna get that. This bonus, well, those guys hopefully will not take too much damage. They have very little HP though, they can be killed pretty much instantly. This gives me extra percentage of attack, so let's go ahead and do it. It's expensive. Now, you know what, let's deck them up. I do not want them to be killed instantly if the enemy focuses down on them. And they might, those are other mages. Area of effect damage spells are a thing. Now, do I want to actually go ahead and use adamantium armor on those bastards? I don't think I really do. Maybe except this thing though. Helmet would not be a bad thing. Or extra initiative and also extra damage. Ooh, yeah, I like that. And maybe even more damage. That doesn't really benefit me. No, it doesn't. No difference over there. So let's do it like this. And as for the trinkets, do I want any City Breaker? No. I mean, City Breaker will not be the worst, but no, you're not gonna have that. And I probably want you to have Sharp Sense. Just to make sure you really don't die instantly to the animators. Now this unit costs a ton. It's not that useful, but at least it is a ranged unit, so I will be able to use that, which is rather important. So there is that done. Drakken links. What I am going to do is those guys are queued up nicely. Let's queue up an orc in here. Over here, let's also queue up an orc, and here let's queue up an orc as well. In fact, before anything else. Yeah, no, I do want to queue up the orc right away, so he is already ready by the time I might want to attack. Yeah, look at this. The enemy is really defending this really well. 8 units over there. That's scary. That could be anything, really. I can gain a hint from the unit sword. So, Anqua Wings, plenty of them sword, as you can see. And what do they have? Let's have a quick look at... Oh, Tier 1 equipment. Okay, that didn't tell me much. In fact, it told me exactly nothing, but it's good to know. It's good to know. I'm a bit scared. Let's have a quick look at the simulate button. Get rid of that. No, I said get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go for this. 1840. 1840. Okay, I'll do the math off camera. Alright, it's a good thing I did the math off camera, because if I continued with my previous influence gain, I would have barely not been able to go for the Empire plan that involves both approval bonus and life bonus. But now, I'll be slightly above the requirement point. So... it did cost me a lot of yield population points from other cities to put into influence, but I'm doing it. With 245 influence gain per 10, I have slightly more... Oh, hi! No, this is... No, not now! Not now! Okay, no. Crying aloud. Everything is bad, everything is ruined. So if those guys besiege me, I'm in a bad spot, but at the same time, I cannot force a truce now! I need it! I need the extra life! I need the everything! All my plans are ruined! What if I push back my gain of life on units and push back my attack? No, I cannot. If I push back my attack, I'm risking losing this game. Okay, let's think about it. Can this unit make it into my city in a single turn? I have 4 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4... That's not a citadel. No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a forest, so that's still not a city tower. No, this unit cannot make it into my city tower on this turn. Good. What a Goldfather, that's even further away. So for this turn, I'm still okay. I will need to think about the situation. I'm not too keen on it right now. Either way, I have now... Where did my army go? Oh, here you are. Either way, I have now done everything I needed to this turn, so let's go ahead and end it. And in this time, actually, I will end this video, because, ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Bomber. You didn't make it in time. Yeah, you didn't. That was all your movement. Go away now. Thank you very much for watching. I need to think about this, because this changes this whole situation. Like, if I don't want this guy to take over Underboss, I will need And I do need to force a truce because those guys have 9 levels of experience. Look at this guy! He's so ridiculous! What can I do about it except force a truce? But forcing a truce, I mean, look, first of all, I have barely any extra influence. It is kind of cheap. I can also, no, I cannot do it, but I can force a truce. And that'll be it. But then I couldn't go for extra happiness and life on units. Oh, I will need to think about it. I will need to think about it a lot. Maybe, just maybe, in a single 10, I can gain enough influence to get extra 74 influence. In which case I can force a truce. I doubt it though. Look at my cities. Most of them are already working on influence. We will see. Until next time, thank you for watching and I'll see you online.